exam, the Series 6 exam, the Series 63, the 65, the 66, the SIE exam. All the FINRA exams and NASA exams, come here for some help with it. Now, before I get started and into the live, hey, how are you? That's great. I'm glad to see you here. So let's get into this a little bit. Let's start with the number one question I get all the time is, what do I do if I'm taking the test tomorrow? So as I say, get the hell off my live. If you're taking it tomorrow, I don't want you on here. Good luck, vibes, congrats, snaps. We're going to do it. Get some sleep, get off here. Now, if you're taking it tomorrow, you're done, you studied, go get some sleep, do whatever you have to do to relax, glass of wine, smoke a J, whatever it is, okay? Back massage, whatever. Now, the next step is if you're taking it after tomorrow, like say 2 days from now. Tomorrow, don't take any tests really. If you want to do little quizzes, maybe, but nothing big, nothing taxing. Spend the day adding knowledge, okay? Just spend the day just watching videos, watching my videos, reading the book, reading some like the Crunch Time Facts, or if you have Notman, the key topics, or if you have Kaplan, the tips and tricks. All these little things. I think Achievable has a cheat sheet too. I'll have to look that up. I think they do. Now, that's good for tomorrow and the day after. Now, if it's beyond that, what you want to do is you want to take, if you're within 10 days, you want to take finals every day. In the morning, try to match the time you're taking on the exam if you can, to get the same biorhythms and all that Zen crap, okay? Try to do that. And then every day after you take it, review it in detail, right and wrong answers. Review everything, not just the wrong answers. Review everything, and any section you do bad on, either reread, watch a video, or take a quiz on to do it, to get that score up. That's your thing. Leading up to that, remember, when you start studying, and if you're just starting now, you want to make sure that you read the book fully. I don't care what test it is. Read the book cover to cover, no tests, no questions, no highlighting, screw the highlighting, no notes. Just read through it. If you want to go through the second time and take notes, that's fine. But we like progress. We want to get through. So those are your plans for taking it. Literally, that's what it is. Taking it tomorrow, stop, get off here. Taking it beyond tomorrow, no tests the day before, but every day but the day before, you're taking finals every day. But you don't need to take finals for a month, like 10 days. You want to do chapter quizzes and like attack the weak stuff up until 10 days out, and then every day. Then watch videos and read. I think that works. Now, there's a lot of free stuff. Remember, you're not alone. There's a lot of free stuff on here. There's a lot of free stuff. I have my Facebook group, which is FINRA Exam Prep with Capital Advantage Tutoring. Then we also have Series 65, 66 Exam Prep. I have almost 5,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. I looked up, it's like 2,200 active people in there. We have a chat for every class test, right? So you can go in the room and see the big stuff, and then get help from me and Michael Weiss and a couple other tutors. By the way, Michael Weiss, great tutor. Check him out at series7examtutor.com. Also, I do it at series7exam.org. Okay. You can, if I'm too expensive and Michael's too busy, which he's pretty busy, I have other tutors that are newer. Good. They're just newer and they're cheaper. Okay. I can help you out with that. If you need the 79, I got a guy, Joe, out in California, but he's booked up constantly. It's crazy because he's that good. I'm trying to get him to get somebody else to back him up. Now you have that. We also have my membership thing. So every Friday night we meet at 6 o'clock. I do the 65, 66 class, even the 63. At 7 o'clock, I do the Series 7. And then at 8 o'clock, I do the options. It's an options only class. We call it the happy hour because people drink, have wine, and we go to like 8:30. We start at 8, we go to like 9:30 sometimes, unless I have to go. It's every Friday night Eastern time. Those are in my memberships. So in the membership, if you go into the group, if you go onto my video, there's a little button that says join. Also, if you like my shit, hit like, subscribe, and share this shit, okay? See what happens. Maybe it works. Okay, so now, hit the join button, and there's 4 choices. There's the cheap one, which is just watching old membership videos of these classes. I record them and post them sometimes. Then the next level up is $20 a month. Now remember, do this on a laptop or desktop, because if you do it on an iPhone, Apple sometimes likes to jack 30% on, so we don't want to do that. $20 a month is just my options videos. Now my options are crazy, okay? They're different than anyone else's. You can use T-charts if you want. I don't, okay? I think my options are off the fucking chart. They're game-changing, totally different, very visual, like common sense. So you kind of understand what's going on. You know the bull bear, the break even, everything. That's for $20 a month to get access to all my videos on options. It's only options. Everything else is free. Anything else I do other than the classes and the options is free. I've however many videos on there. Now, the next step up is $25 a month, which means you get everything below it. You get the once a week 7 class, plus the options, plus the replay of the videos. Then you go up even higher, the $50 a month. That's the option class, the Series 7 class, and the options, videos, and then the membership replays. Okay. So if you think about it, we meet every week pretty much. I'm even doing not the Christmas Eve, right? Every Friday we meet, and once in a while it'll be a Sunday if I have something going on Friday, but it's either Friday or Sunday. I don't like Sundays because I finally get to see football. Okay. Now, hey, how are you? What's up? Hey, congrats. That's awesome. Now, if you haven't noticed, this isn't live. I'm recording this, right? You did figure that out, right? I'll be live in a second, just as soon as I get this shit out of the way. Now, if you think about it, paying $50 a month if you're doing options, okay, that means you're meeting 2 times a week, which is 8 lessons, which is what, $6 a lesson. It's pretty cheap. I think so. I'm selling myself cheap. Okay. Anyway, those are all the things. If you also what other? So also check out Susie Rhodes at Passmaster. You can check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. You can check out Brian Lee at Teskey. You can check out Dean Tinney over on his channel. That's it. I mean, those are all the free resources out there. I still think I'm the shit because I don't waste time. I don't talk for a long time. I don't have long videos. They're not short. Some are long, but most of them are shorter. I get to the point. I try to keep you awake. And sometimes I freaking curse because I can't help it. Y'all have a good time. Let's get into the live. Let's go because you don't want to see my shit anymore. Hey, welcome to the Thursday night Capital Advantage Tutors live for the Series 7 exam, the SIE exam, the Series 63, the 65, and the 66, and the Series 6. Skyless. How awesome is that?
I just want to celebrate, yeah. I just want to celebrate, yeah.
Happy day. That's some awesome good stuff. Okay. Azavia, I didn't even see that. That is awesome. I love when we start the year off. Boom. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's awesome. Okay. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope we're doing happy Thursday. Don't worry about the videos, Michael. Just keep going. You're going to get there. I promise you. Okay. I don't know. Hold on. Find classes and questions. Drew, I don't know what that means. Okay, hold on. Okay. Fun. Yeah, I can do that. I have a good video on that, but I can go over that. Okay, so now, I was like, I don't know. Find. I mean, that's like a system we have. Okay. Hold on a second. 1 second. I got to text the family members. I'm not going to text. I told them 10 minutes or so. Okay. Okay. So a surety bond. Okay. So a surety bond is when you're putting, like, think about this. So when you have custody, okay, people, I don't know. Hold on. Okay. When you have custody, okay, if you have custody of someone's account, which means control, there's a higher risk there, right? You have a higher risk of stealing their money or doing something stupid. So what they do is they check you out and they go, if you have a net worth that's over like 35 grand or whatever it is, then they go, you don't need, we feel safe enough that you have enough money set aside. You have enough money that if something happens, you can pay the legal stuff if you get sued. But if you don't have enough, they're going to make you do a surety bond. Now, a surety bond, think of it this way. Either can put up cash, 35 grand or 10 grand in cash, or you can take out a bond. Or they have a bonding service where you pay a fee and they're going to guarantee this 35,000. Kind of like, not that I would ever know, but if you ever had to put up a bond for staying out of jail, what would happen is you put up $500 and they guarantee to pay the bail if you skipped on your bail. Not that I ever know anything about that. Okay, so now, but that's all it is. It's really just a bond to protect your customers in case something's going wrong. And the only time you do it is for custody. Okay, it's only for custody. Boom. Okay. Mary, how are you? Okay. 66, I would make sure the regs. Look, it's not everything, but two things that screw people up on the 66. Regs and investment vehicles. Those are the main two. Regs and investment vehicles. Yep, I know what you meant. Drew, once you said fund shares, I know what you meant. So I got it. We're good. You minx you. Okay, so now yeah, I would make sure you got down the regs, like the state regs and everything, and then investment vehicles, like all the different types of investment vehicles and stuff like that. That's going to be muy importante. Okay. And let's I love how I'm the go-between between everyone. Okay. Good. Okay. Luke, I am your father. Okay. Now, I'm studying. I'm studying for the third attempt on the 7 years. This I know, Mike. I know you think you just said that they're brutal, right? Okay. Watch if you're studying for the 7 and you have STC. Watch my videos. Okay. My videos match up. My videos match up with the book. They're not the book, but they're in the same timeline, right? So chapter 1, chapter 2, all the way through. That would work. That watch mine instead before you read the chapter. It'll help, I promise. Okay, time for you, Mr. Minks. Okay, so now, so there's when you enter a mutual fund, I want you to think of it like you have a mutual fund, okay, and it's just a shell. You want to get into it now. When you're choosing that, no worries. Yeah, watch them instead. Don't worry about the on-demand stuff. So now, here's your fund. Okay, you've already chosen the the ABC large cap crazy growth fund or something like that. That's the CATS fund. Okay, you've chosen what fund you're going to invest in. Now the question is, how are you going to go in? What door are you going to go in? Are you going to do it door A, door B, or door C, or the no load? Right. Okay. So door A means you pay the sales charge when you go in. Now the thing about that is that if you have a lot of money, if you put a lot of money in, you can get a break point, which is a sales discount. So that's one way. So always think, hey, always think A shares are for long-term, lot of money. Okay, A shares are for long-term, lot of money. Now, onward, because you have break points and the ongoing fees are lower, the 12B1 fees are lower, stuff like that. Ongoing, best for long-term because over the long haul, the fact that you paid up front will offset a little bit. Now, class B for back end, right? B for back end, back door. Okay, so you pay when you leave. Now, it's also called the contingent deferred sales charge. Okay. It's a CDSC, a contingent deferred sales charge. Okay. That is you pay when you leave. Now, the longer you stay, the less they go, right? So if you put in say it's 5% if you leave after 1 year, and after 2 years it's 4, and then after 3 years it's 2, and then after 4 years it's 1, and then usually after the 5th or 6th year, you won't have to pay a sales charge, but your 12B1 fee will be a little bit higher than the A shares. So that's good for long term, but the money doesn't matter because you're not getting the break points. Break points are only available for the Class A. Now, Class C. So Class C is a no sales charge. You can't call it a no load because it's almost like a level load. So you pay like a 1% sales charge every year. So that's better for short term, right? So this is the way I explain. I always said and then we have the no load, which means no sales charge at all. But they can charge a 12B1 fee, but it can't be more than 25 basis points. Now, if you go, what the hell's 25 basis points? That's the same as 0.25%. So let's talk about that for a second before I get into my little parable. Okay. Now, 100 basis points. Instead of doing the 0.001 shit, it's so hard to do. 100 basis points equals $10 equals 1% equals 1 point. So again, 100 basis points equals $10 equals 1% equals 1 point. Okay. Now, so the 25 basis points is the same as 0.25%, and that's the max they can charge on a C share. I mean, on a no load, no sales charge plus a max 12B1 fee of 0.25. If you're wondering what a 12B1 fee is a marketing and advertising fee. And then the next one is, why the fuck am I paying for it? Why the investor paying to advertise this fund? Because you have a thing called an expense ratio and it costs money. The more people you have in the fund, the less the expense ratio is, in theory, right? So if you have, say the expense ratios are pushing, I don't know, $1 million a year. If you have 1 million people doing it, that's $1 a year. If you have 10 million people, it's 10 cents a year. So the point is, the more people you bring in doesn't really affect you, okay? And the 12B1 fees are the cost to get in, and they just lower the expense ratio. But on A shares are very low, if non-existent. B shares are a little higher. C shares, they're the max, like 0.75%, 1%, something like that. So it's better for short term. So here my analogy. I'm opening a brand new club, and there's 3 ways to get it. Okay, you can go 3 ways. One, you can pay $100 cover charge when you come in. But the drinks are like $1 a piece. And the more people you bring with you, the less I'll charge you. So if you bring 5 people, I charge you 80%. So The more people you get in, the less you have to pay, but the drinks are low. So that's if you're going to go on a bender and sit there for 10 hours, that's the way to go. A shares is long term. Okay, that's how you get into my club. The next one is you pay when you leave. No cover to go in, but what you have a band or whatever, whoever you could figure it out. When you go in, you pay when you leave, meaning every for every hour you stay there, I lower the back end redemption fee or the leave fee, right? So if you leave after an hour, it costs you 80. If you leave after 2 hours, it's 60. After 3 hours, it's 50. And then if you stay there for 5 hours, it's 0. So it's almost like if you're going to stay there for not a really long time, but you don't have a lot of people with you. That's the way out. And then C shares is no cover charge. Oh, by the way, and the B shares, the drinks are like $5 a pop. So a little bit higher. On the C shares, there's no cover at all, but the drinks are $15 a pop. I call it Tinder level, meaning in and out real quick. You're just in there for a quick drink, meet him up, and get out of there. Because you don't want to keep paying for drinks. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit, Drew. Okay. Oh, I don't have a lot of questions. I may leave early. Okay. Okay, that's a big jump, Mary. That's a big jump. I think you're going to be fine. You're jumping from 56. Yeah, remember, it's a wonky pancake. The first exams are 2, right? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So, the first couple are always like the wonky pancakes, then you get used to the wording and stuff like that. So yeah, it kind of works. Okay, that's a big jump. Okay. No. Drew, that's not the way it works. Every fund has 3 entrances, A, B, and C. So if you buy a large cap value fund, it is A, B, and C. If you buy a mid cap, it's A, B, and C. So it's just the way you get into. Okay. Oh my God, that helps. Okay. So that glasses are a thing. My wife yells at me all the time. I should have my glasses when I'm reading. I walk around. I don't wear them. Sometimes I do it because I forget to take them off. Understand the class C, class A, B, C has nothing to do with the type of fund. It has to do with you. Literally, listen to me, Drew. It is. Yes, on the 66 playlist, I absolutely do. Okay. I don't know what you mean. Okay. Oh, got it. See, that's what it is. It doesn't matter. The suitability. So when they're choosing, this is what I tell everyone, and you got to get it in your head. When they're choosing share classes, yes, right, yes. They're choosing share classes. They've already chosen the fund, and now they're just choosing what door we use. Okay. Big jump, Mary. That's good stuff. Okay, so now I can explain what alpha and beta. So watch. I think I have my Zoom up. Let's see. Hope it's recording. Let's see if it is. Let's find out. Okay. Okay, so let's say, I'd help if I shared screen. That would really help if I shared screen. People would like that more. Okay. Let's say your portfolio, we'll call it Allie's portfolio. Or stock has a beat, I do that every time, beta of 1.5. Okay. That means you're going to move 1.5 times the market, whatever direction it goes, you're going to move 1.5. And we match it to the S&P. Now, the thing with Achievable is they do like a lot of Russell 2000 stuff, but I don't care. So let's say we're going to compare it to the S&P 500. And let's say the S&P 500 goes up 13%. You are expected to go up. Okay, so remember that. So you are expected to go up 1.5 times that. Okay, got it. So you're expected to go over the you're supposed to beat the market by 1.5 times. So you're going to take the 13 and multiply it by 1.5. Okay, so this is beta. Okay, so now 13 times 1.5 equals, I don't know what it equals. Where's my damn calculator? 13, the handy dandy calculator, 13 times 1.5 equals 19.5. So that's what I'm expecting. It's to find beta is to find what you're expected to do. So that's your expected return, 19.5%. So, and if the market went down 13, you'd be expected to go down 19.5. So remember, if you have a beta of less than 1, you're more down to 0. Less than 1, pretty much, you're more conservative. If it's more than 1, you're more volatile, less conservative. If you have a beta of -1, it's the same thing. You just multiplied, but it's the opposite, right? So if you have a beta of 1, okay, if you have a beta of 1, then you're going to move with the market. If you have a beta of -1, you're going to move opposite. Now, we've been talking about beta, but I didn't talk about alpha yet. Okay, so now here's the deal. This 19.5% is what you are expected to do, okay? Okay. What if your actual return was 21%? You did better than expected. So your alpha is going to be basically the actual minus the expected. So it's going to be 21. And never do shit in your head. 21 minus 19.5 equals 1.5. So you have an alpha of 1.5. 1.5. Boom. Okay. Now, I think that works. If you somehow have a Kaplan question where they do the bullshit about the risk-free rate of return, this is it. Well, what I just did is pretty much what you need to know. Okay. Boom. There you go. Okay. So now, back to this. God forbid they do the whole risk-free rate of return stuff. Okay. It's a little different. It's not harder. It's just a pain in the ass. And I don't think the test would ever do it. So let's say their risk-free rate of return is 2%. So this is what you do. This is dumb because I think only Achievable and Kaplan do this. Nobody else, or Past Perfect probably does because they do everything. Ridiculous. So your risk-free rate of return is 2. So what you have to do is subtract the 2 from the 13. 13 minus 2 equals 11. Then you do 11 times 1.5. 11, and you need a calculator. 11 times 1.5 equals 16.5. So your expected return is 16.5, but not yet, not quite yet. Now you have to add the 2%, the 2 back in. So you're expected to do 18.5. That's with risk-free rate of return, and then your alpha is still going to be the same thing. 21 minus 18.5. 21 minus 18.5 equals 2.5. So in this case, your alpha will be 2.5. That's it. It's not any more than that. Highly doubt you're going to get questions on that, Allie. I hope that helped. Okay. So Lisa, I know you posted in there. If you go to my channel, the first page, and there's a thing that says playlists, a tab, playlists. You hit that right down. It's probably about halfway down. Let's see if I have it on the other one. Okay. Monique, I love it. You have 2 weeks to study. Read the fucking book. Read the fucking book. Read the fucking book. First thing you do is read that damn book. Okay. Nothing else. Just read it. Get through it. I know it's painful. As the other person said, it's like watching paint dry. Okay. It is literally painful because it's all laws. I like it because I think that I like the way they, I like that shit. Okay. Okay. Now, hold on. First of all, let me get back to Lisa for a second. But Monique, congrats. Just read the book. Now, Lisa, go to the tab and this should be there. I'm going to see if I can find it in mine. Let's see. I'll put the link in here if I can. Where's my playlist? Where's my playlist? Where's my playlist? Where's my playlist? There's my playlist. What is going on? Let me do it this way. That's the easier way. Guys, talk to each other. That's fine while I do this. Here we go, Lisa. I just put it in the chat. There's a link there. It has 63 stuff in it because they overlap, but the playlist at 65, 66. Look, let me explain something to you. Anything that's on this, anything on the 63 could be on the 65, 66. So a lot of videos in the 66 playlist might say series 63 on them because there's overlap. Tons and tons of overlap. Why is my son not doing anything? Okay. Now, boom, Lisa, I love it. I don't rock. I'm good. Okay, so now. Okay. Make sure you got I have a video. I think I have a crash course on the on this S63, but make sure you go over to prohibited activities. That prohibited activity stuff is big. Okay. Okay. So prohibited activities is going to be a large portion of this stuff. Ethical and prohibited stuff. Hold on, I gotta go yell at my son. Guys, talk to each other. Are you gonna go? Are you here? Can you go now? It's been 20 minutes. Just fucking woke up. Give me a phone. Okay. Just yelled at my son. Don't have 22-year-old kids. They're horrible. Okay, so now, look for ethical and prohibited stuff. Anyone taking the 63, when you're taking it, go look for ethical and prohibited stuff. Okay. Yes, rights and preemptive rights are the same thing. So what is a preemptive right? A preemptive right is when you issue when you have shares outstanding and you issue more shares. You're giving everyone who owns shares already the ability to get more shares. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're giving the other people the ability to get more shares to maintain their percentage ownership. So if I have 1,000 shares and we issue another in the company, let's do this way. I have 1,000 shares. The company issues another 20%. Okay, Louis, you're in good shape. Okay, just make sure it's not because you're memorizing. Okay, now. Abdul Ali. I got a whole video on that, but I have a whole video on that. I'll link it in here. Okay. I have a whole on the back of my SIE playlist. I have a whole video. I go 20 minutes over the risk because it would take me the whole 20 minutes to go through all of them. It wouldn't be fair. Okay. And it'd be boring as hell. So if I issue more shares, then let's scratch that, reverse it. Let's do this. I own 1,000 shares. The company decides to issue another 20%, okay? 20% more shares. If I don't get more shares, okay? If I don't get more shares, then I'm going to get diluted. So they're going to give me enough rights or preemptive rights to maintain my percentage ownership so I could buy another 20%. So I could buy 200 shares. That's what it is. So if I have 1,000 and they issue another 20%, then I had enough rights to buy another 200 shares to get my 20%. Now, yeah, good, Teddy. Good job. Attack them. So now, I had a question on. If you look on one of my older videos, I talk about the math. If you look at my math ones, I go over it, how to do that. So just remember, like the way I figured it out is this way: if they have 10 million shares outstanding, and they issue another 2 million, if they have 10 million shares outstanding, and they issue another 2 million, okay, that means you could do 2 divided by 10. That's 20%. So that means I'm going to get another 20%. So if I have 10,000 shares, I'll buy another $2,000. I can buy another $2,000. Now the question is, what can you do with those rights, right? You can exercise them. You can let them expire. You can give them as a gift. You can sell them. You can do anything you want with them, but you cannot. There's 2 things you can't do. 1, you can't redeem them back to the company because the company doesn't want them. And 2, if you have a custodian account, the only thing you can't do is let them expire. Okay. Yeah, okay, there are accept questions, but I'm telling you there's less on the real exam than the test. So the accept questions are bad on the vendors, more so on the vendors probably than on the real exam. I'm not saying there aren't, but they're less tricky. They're not easy by any shape, but they're less like all the following except. It's like double accepts and double. There's always a couple, but not as many as the vendors do. The vendors fucking love it. Okay. Again, so King, top things to look for the 63, get the regs down and get the unethical stuff. I have a whole video on the unethical and stuff. Okay. We got this. You got this. Okay. So now, Abdul Hai, I think, am I saying it right? Again, Monique, I'm so happy for you. You heard my thing. Read the book. Once you read the book, spend 5 to 10 days, not 10 really, 5 to 6 days reading the book. If you get through it, read it again. If you get through it then, read it again. You want to spend a good 4 days getting through the book? Then take a final every single day. You have to get yourself down to an hour. Keep that in mind. You have to get yourself down to an hour. On the 63. Yeah, absolutely. 100% Rada. I hope I'm not abusing your name, but I'm sure I'm going to call you a Rada. I think that Rayatia. I don't know. I'm going to call you a Converi. But usually your last name's hard for me to say. That's awesome. Okay. So do the get through the book once or twice, then take a test every day, review it. Try to get your timing, because if you do more than an hour, you're going to be stressed on the day of. And if you do too quick, if you do like 45 minutes, that's going to be too Ray. Oh, there you go. I'll call Ray. I like that. That's better if you know that. Okay, so now, oh, don't call me. There's an old 80s comedian whose name was Raymond. And he said, oh, you don't have to call me Raymond. I said, Jay or Raymond? I don't remember. I'll find that video. Okay, so now, not that you guys care. Very funny. And you don't want to be under 50 minutes, but you don't want to be over. You kind of want to hit that sweet spot. Okay. Mutual funds and annuities, baby. Mutual funds and annuities, Drew. Okay, I'll take Ray. I like that. Ray. Okay. That's easy. I remember that forever. Okay, good. Until Tuesday. So yeah, work on and anyone taking the 63, make sure you have the ethics down. It is all over the goddamn test. Okay. Yeah, they're always UITs are always fixed. Absolutely. They're always fixed. Oh, let me go through that. Let me get that video for you while we're here. Dave Chappelle's new comedy special is an opening you can't miss. Okay. It's funny when I go to my homepage, it's just like crazy shit. Okay, so now my channel. Oh, because I'm live, it doesn't have the other thing up there. Okay. I hope you guys liked my video about doing your taxes. I thought it was very funny. I made myself laugh. That if you have any illegal income, you want to report, make sure you report it. Okay, here we go. The SA is way at the bottom because I don't update it all that much. There we go. Where are we? So there's 2 videos I'm going to put in here. One, that's just the suitability, the rest straight up. And Allie, I'll hit that one. That's the investment risk. And then the other one is my risk matrix, which is fucking awesome. I created that. I think it's awesome. Keeps everything. So the ring, think about the mismatches, and I'm not going to go over it because I'm already explaining it. Ooh, where's the thing? There it is. I swear to God, one of these times, I'm going to delete. I'm going to shut down my web browser and screw that up. There you go. Those 2 videos. The first one's all the risks, and the second one is my risk matrix that I created, and I think it helps. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Louis. Listen. Yes, of course. I'm a big fan of days off. Trust me. If I could take every fucking day off, I would, but I can't. I'm a big fan of taking days off. Big fan of taking a day off. Like once a week, you have to have a cheat day. Problem is, I reverse it. I have 6 days of cheat days and 1 good day. That's why I'm so fucking fat. Okay, now, yeah, take a day off. Yup, Ray. I like that. You can let them expire. You can't redeem them back to the company. You can exercise them, which is pretty much buying shares. You can trade them. And remember, warrants are long term and issued out of the money. Rates are short term and issued in the money. Again, mutual funds and annuities, baby. Mutual funds, annuities, and communications. Don't let that get you. Okay. The guy or girl took the 6, and I just went over the class yesterday. She had taken it. Okay, so they stopped the recording. There we go. Okay, so now. Wonder why. And there's no noise, maybe? Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get that in there. See if it'll do it. I'm trying to do a new recording thing. New recording? Okay, so maybe it doesn't do it without attendees. We'll try new stuff. Okay, so now, biggest focus point for the 6 is those things. Well, anyway, what I said was I was going over a girl, Heather, great kid, Very, very nervous. Very nervous. Had a tough life before this. Yeah, Louis, just take a day or two off. Take tomorrow off. Take the Friday off. Go get drunk. Okay. Just go to the stream. Go Louis, 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 Louis. Okay. So now, mutual funds, annuities, and make sure you got the classes down. Annuities. Make sure you got the communications down. They'll all be tested. Okay. And UIT is always fixed. Okay. Now, okay. So here's the thing. So we know, Allie, that cost base is what you pay for something, and proceeds is what you sell. So remember, when an option is by itself. Okay, when an option is by itself, but when you buy a call or sell a put, what do they both have in common? When you exercise, you're buying stock, right? So buying a call or selling a put is you're buying when you're exercising. So the break even will be cost basis. Boom. So the bullish ones, your cost basis are break even. On the other side, if you buy a put or sell a call, what's the thing? They're both bearish, and you sell stock when you exercise. So the break even would be proceeds. Okay. Now, a couple other things. When you buy stock and buy put the same day married, the premium counts toward the premium. The break even will be your cost basis. However, if you buy stock and sell a call, the premium, it will affect your break even, but it will not affect your cost basis. Remember that. If you buy stock and sell a call, the break even is not your cost basis. So there are three things that don't affect cost basis: selling a cover call, accrued interest, and dividends. Couldn't remember. See, you get old, okay? Because I'm trying to think of 5 different things. So those 3 things. So if you sell a cover call, accrued interest, or dividends, it will not affect your cost basis. Okay? So that's the ones you have to worry about. So if you buy a call, sell a put, break even is cost basis. If you buy a put, sell a call, your break even is proceeds. And then remember, when you exercise and cover, that's the other word, right? So if you buy a 50 call at 4, your break even is 54. If you exercise and sell it at 60, well, your cost basis is 54 and your proceeds is 60. Okay. And remember, you have to see a buy and a sell. Remember something: exercise is not a taxable thing. Exercising your option is not a taxable event. It's when you cover it makes it okay. There's no such thing as verbal, really. There's not a lot of verbal shit, Abdullah. Ab, I'm going to call you Ab. It's not most things are unwritten. You can't give verbal. There's no such thing as verbal approval. Okay, but I hope that helps a little bit, Allie. If you don't have a buy and a sell, you don't have a tax thing. Yeah, the cost basis thing, pretty much. But the buy sell part is for any exam. Okay, so if you buy something and sell something, then you have a taxable gain or not. Okay, so perfect. Okay, now. Yeah, I was probably going to call you that anyway. Even if you got mad at me, I was probably going to do it anyway, just because I'm a fucking asshole. So now, if you buy something, it's cost basis. If you sell something, it's proceeds. Okay. Now, I think that works. If you just have a buy or just have a sell, there's no taxable event. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit, Allie. Ooh, Mackenzie. Here's the thing. I like achievable, but what I do is, here's my thing on this. If you have STC or achievable, get the Kaplan Q Bank. It's like $50, okay? If you have Kaplan, there's nothing you can do. The only reason I don't ever say get Kaplan and buy the other ones is because the other ones don't sell Q Banks, okay? So if you get achievable or STC, buy that, and I have a link for it in my descriptions of most of my videos. Don't just get the Q Bank. It'll help. So here's the thing. I like STC better, I think, because here's one thing. One, if you buy Kaplan, then you don't have any way to get new questions. But if you buy STC, you have an access for cheap, for like $50. Granted, money is money. You get access to like 4,000 questions. The problem is I don't love their questions. I think, yeah, if you pass them, you're going to pass, right? But I think they get you so nervous and looking for tricks, they make it harder. Like, I think STCs are closer to the actual exam, but they're like, the test number 1 is probably easier than the exams, but test 6, 7, 8, depending on which one you get through, they're harder or similar. So I think they're closer worded to the way the exam is. I think Kaplan questions are tough, but they don't. Ivy, how are you? So here's my thing on this. So here's why I don't like Kaplan. if I can find, I don't think I have. Okay. Yeah, Mackenzie, you're gonna nail it in the first time. So I'm telling you, use the SDC and then use both SDC and capital questions. Here's my thing on this. So I'll bring it up. I'm going to do a video on this probably at some point. But Kaplan had a question that frustrated me so much, and I knew what they were doing. But they asked a question about a convertible. I'll get yours. Don't worry, Jojo. How are you? Okay. Anyway, so Allie, we're good. So there's not a lot of cost basis stuff. Okay. So now, let me catch up before I get. I'm reading that shit. I should be sticking in order. Yeah, Tracy. Read the damn book. It's the same thing every time. Okay. Okay. $65. Get through the book. Hopefully you did. 2 questions. It's the same thing for everyone, right? Make sure you get the regs down. It's not that big. Okay. Oh, that's what. Drew. See, That's what he was saying is that you won't. It's more of a 7 question than anything else. I think that's what he was saying. Okay. Okay. Now, I would say get through the book, then do chapter quizzes, and then once anything under 70, reread or watch my videos, and then I have almost the entire thing for the 65, 66 on that playlist now. So I think there's maybe 1 or 2 things missing, but nothing heavy. Michelle, how are you? So now, and then do quizzes, anything under 70, reread, and then start doing finals. It literally works for everyone. Okay. I know, Ab. So what happens is the vendors sometimes ask questions that are a little bit higher than the real exam. Okay. Okay, hold on. Ray. Here's the thing. If you really want to get the options down and you have a little time, here's my upsell. Okay? Join my fucking membership. $20 a month, you get on my videos, they'll change your world. Fucking change your world. If you spend a little bit more money, $25, you get the options video plus our weekly 7 meetings. If you up it even a little bit far, okay. Jojo, I'll get that. So now, don't worry about, no, just worry about the coordination. Yeah, I'll get that. So now, the other one, see what the fucking A, I get old. Okay, so now the other one is the $50 a month one. That is where you get we get an options class every 8 p.m. every Friday, which is tomorrow night. We get the FINRA, the regular 7 class, 6 and 7 class at 7, and then you get my options videos, and you get to see. I usually, no, I'm so happy. So it's bad for you, I guess, but good for me. We're gonna get it, Michelle. We're gonna nail it this time. I'm gonna get rid of you, right? So now, in the nicest way possible. And I usually post all my old members, all the old classes, so you can watch all the old classes. Okay. I'm telling you, it's fucking big. Lisa, I think you didn't do so well the first time you took the test, and then you fucking do. Okay. Pooja, there you go. Look at you. Welcome Thursday. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I know it's or it should be Merry New Year. From what movie is that from? Trading Places. Okay. So my videos will absolutely help you. I don't want to make you spend money, but my videos will absolutely help you do the options. Even if you don't want to spend, go to my playlist called Options Basics. Yeah. Oh no, it's a Zoom, Drew. It is us on a Zoom, and it's like 5 to 10 people at a time. Okay. It's not like this at all. It's literally back and forth. You bring questions on, you share screen, I record it, we play it again. This is just, I do this for fun. I do this because I have a good time. Okay. It's just fun for me to do this stuff. The 7, boom. I'm telling you, Lisa is a fucking superhero. Think about the thing. So you failed twice. Okay. That's funny, Jojo. I appreciate it. Okay. Yes, tomorrow night, Zoom, baby. We're on tomorrow night. Lisa's a goddamn superhero. She missed it twice and came back strong and beat the shit. Never quit. Okay. So I think that might help. Okay. Yeah, Michael tells really bad jokes. Okay. So Louis just takes some days off. Okay. Ray, I promise. Oh yeah. I promise you, Ray, it'll help. That'll also help with our lesson. If you have those under your belt, we can be much more efficient. Okay. So okay. Now, Michelle, you're going to nail it the fourth time. I 100% believe that. Okay. So most things are not verbal. Okay. Like you can get an order verbally, but you can't get approval verbally. Okay. There's no, okay. I do the 6. Yeah, let me get to that. Hold on. So yeah, there's not a lot of this verbal really isn't a thing. Everything's written permission. Okay. Yeah, now I get it. It was for the SIE, and I don't think it's that heavy on there. Okay. Mackenzie, you're gonna nail it. Yeah, you know it's funny though. If you're taking the 7, they use the same question bank. But I think for the SIE and the 6, they may do their own. Yeah, I like Notman's a lot. I like seeing like look, if money wasn't an object, I'd be like buy all of them, right? Because the more questions you see, I'm not saying to read more than one book, but the more questions you see, the more your mind opens, right? The more open your mind is, and it makes it easier to do stuff. Okay. Again, just get through the book and make sure you got the investment vehicles down and the regs, because that's half the damn test. Allie, you're gonna be fine. Okay, so what should you suggest? Okay. Take tests every day, but not Sunday. No tests on Sunday. So Friday and Saturday, you take tests. That's it. Sunday's adding knowledge, get done around 6 o'clock, go out to dinner. Okay. This is what I tell everyone to do. You go out, find friends you're gonna go out to dinner with, pay for dinner. But the rule is if they mention the exam, they pay for dinner. So this way it's just some inane crap that you can just not even think. You just go and like revel in it. Don't go have, shots of Jägermeister, but just have a glass of wine, have a good time, not to think about the test. Okay, that's what you got to do the night before. And remember, here's the thing: everyone taking the 7. Do we all know? Let's see if you guys can remember. What's the last thing you have to read? See if you guys remember what I say it all the time. What's the last thing you have to read before taking the 7? I'm going to come back to that one. Okay, Jojo. So there's 3 ways. I have that one video, but let's go over it. So one state is qualification. Write that down. One state is qualifications. In one state only. You're exempt from federal because you're in one state only. Look at that. There we go. Everyone. So, Allie, see what it is. Customer accounts, baby. That's the last thing you do. I love that we're listening. Okay. I think that's chapter 15 on Kaplan and 2 and 14 on STC. I don't know what is unachievable, but it literally says customer accounts. Okay. One state only. Thank you guys for listening. One state only is qualification. Boom. More than one state is coordination, meaning you're coordinating between the SEC and the states. Okay. So qualification is one state. Coordination is when you're in more than one state, you're crossing the state line, which means if Fed's involved, you have to be both. You're coordinating between the SEC and the states. Third, filing. Okay. The notice filing. That's if you're a federal covered security, which is really only 2 of them. Mutual funds and Reg D. You're not registering in the state. You're just kind of letting them know you're there. You're just it's like a little notice saying that's it. Okay. Ab, what do you mean by that? Happy to help. Remember, the 65 and 66 are such overlap. Okay. I don't disagree. Okay. Now, Drew. Remember, what test are you taking? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Drew, do not do the 50. If you're taking the 6 and 65, do not do the options one. It's not worth it. Okay. Just do the $25 one. Now, guys, I'm telling you, do not do it on your iPhone because iPhone adds 30% to it. So if you do it, yeah, so you got the 6. You're fine. Do the $25 one. We meet at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Okay. And we go over the 6, we go over the 65. If you want help with the 6, that's fine. But the 7 class, that's still, you get access to both for the $25. It's for the 6 and 7. It's going to be more 7 related, but we don't do options during that one. We do options during the 8 p.m. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Telling you, Lisa's a superhero. Okay. Jojo, I appreciate it. I think it's the greatest thing on the earth too, other than a Roth. Okay. Tomorrow night. Yeah, it's really good. And a lot of people, they talk to each other. I would tell you to read it. If I have a good video on it, but I would say read it too. If you can read it Monday night before you go out to dinner with your friends, I would read it. Okay. Okay. Type it out and then I'll try. Okay. Okay. See if you can write it out. Okay. Yeah, they are. They are. So do it on a laptop or desktop and you pay the regular fee. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're good at options, don't bother, Allie. If you're good at options, don't bother. If you're struggling with options, then do it. It's worth it. Do it tonight. Okay. But don't buy the class one. It's not going to be as good. Just do the $20 one. Get the videos out of the way. They'll help. I promise you. But don't remember, if you're okay with options, don't do it because you don't want to change your shit right before the test. So I'm saying if you're really struggling with options, then do it. If you're not, stick with what you got. Save your money. Okay. Oh, there you go. So then awesome. That's good. That's all you need. So I do the 6 and 7 in the 7 p.m. one, and I do the 60, 63, 65, 66 in the 6 p.m. one. Okay. I love it. Look at this. Everyone knows. Customer counts, baby. Everyone knows. I love it. That means people listen. Okay. So after you okay, let me get okay. Please try to read it. If you don't have time to read it, then watch the video. That's fine. But make sure you watch my crash course, right? Not just my quick and dirty. My crash course has like 8 or 9 videos in it. It's Series 7 crash course. Start that tomorrow. It'll help. Okay. I don't think it's binding. In the mutual fund, I don't think it's binding. I mean, I can look to see if an accumulation ban is binding. I think on a variable annuity it is, but I don't think in a mutual fund. Let's see. Voluntary accumulation ban. Voluntary, not binder. On an annuity, it is. Okay. Good. I'm glad. That's awesome. It'll help. So, Ab. Okay. So I don't know what the question is. If you can type it in here, that would help. I don't know if you did it already, but yeah. I mean, if you have a quarterly dividend, it's 15 cents, right? If you have a quarterly dividend, that is 15 cents. You're gonna get 15 times 4, 60 cents, right? Okay. Okay. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Oh, okay. You understand? Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. But it's good to know that we do it. So now, remember, but in annuities, it could be binding and you can pay penalties. Okay. Okay. So let me get to this and then I get to Ab's question at the end. So now, end of the month, that's good. Remember, you have a good long weekend coming up, right? In 2 weeks is Martin Luther King weekend. You got a nice long weekend. So, do we have March is the only month without a holiday now, right? Because you got one in June now, July, nothing in August. So no, August doesn't have one, and March doesn't have one. September does, October not really, November does, December does. Interesting. Okay, most months have a holiday day. Now, I know you guys don't care. It's just me going over it. After you're done reading, do chapter quizzes, like 10 to 15 question quizzes to find out how you're doing, okay, to see where you are. And then, got it. Okay, boom. Okay, I love it. Yeah, the vendors try to screw with you. And then once you get those, anything under 70, reread or watch a video on, and then start doing finals. So you want to do at least 8 to 10 days of finals. You want to get everything done. So if you're taking on the 29th, by the 19th, you want to be into the finals. That's where you are. Okay. So let's go over. Let me get to this. Okay. So now. Okay. So she will get, yeah, I think that works. So dividend of 15 cents declaration the 3rd, ex dividend to 27th. So she bought it on the 25th, right? So that means she gets a dividend. Okay. So it's one dividend, so it's 15 cents. You're going to do 1,000 times 0.15. There you go. $150. Yeah, that's it. Does that make sense, Ab? What do you mean, Felix? I don't know what you mean by that. I teach it all the time. That's pretty much what I do. I have playlists. I have an SIE playlist that's fucking kick ass. I mean, it's like 26 things, 26 videos, all in watch order. So yeah, so that makes sense, right? 15 cents times 1,000. Since you bought it before the X date. Now, if you bought it on the 27th, it would not have been. See, what they're trying to make you think is, oh, but it settles on the 27th. It's too late. No, as long as you buy it before the 27th, it'll settle by the record day. So you get it. So as long as you buy by the 26th or before, you'll get it because it settles on the record date. Good. Okay. Yeah, Felix, I do tutoring for that. I have a Series 7 playlist for it. I don't do a class. I don't do classes because you lose money on those things. I've done them, like I do them ad hoc, like maybe once a month, people will hire me to go out and fly down and do classes and stuff like that. Like I have one hedge fund that does it every year. They fly me in their own jet, which is fucking awesome. They're all I mean, it's not like it's a G5, but they fly it. They're all former Navy pilots, so it's kind of cool. Fly down to Arkansas. So if that's what you mean, if not, I have a playlist. I also, guys, don't forget, if you're struggling with the exams, right? Go on my practice finals playlist. If practice finals playlist, I pretty much is almost every exam out there, other than the 65. So just do the 66. I do a mock exam online where you can just you see the question, you pause, you try to answer it yourself, and then hear how I explain it. And remember, the thing is, when you listen to me, I don't know the questions ahead of time. So you're hearing me respond with the same frustrations you guys and all that. I'm still working through it. I don't write the questions there, so I don't know what's coming up. So I'm kind of reacting the same way you guys would react, and I have to process it the same way. So I make mistakes because I don't know it. I didn't write the fucking questions. So I don't know. So I don't know all of STC's questions even close to me. And I definitely don't know all of Achievables. So I do achievables. It's achievable, but achievable apostrophe S is them. Because a lot of people call them achievables. I think because I say that. Okay. You would not, but so here's the thing, Drew. What do you call that? So it's okay. This is good for Ab and Drew. What do you call it if you do tell the person to buy it before the X day? What is that called? And is that okay? What is it called, and is it okay? That's my question. Do 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 do. It is against. It's not okay. What's it called? Because here's the thing: if you tell them to buy it before the dividend, they're going to get cash and they're going to pay taxes on it. Or if you just wait to pay after on the X day or after, it's called selling a dividend. So Ab and Drew, think about this: if you tell the person to buy it right before the dividend, that's called selling a dividend, and you're actually hurting the customer because remember the price drops and they get cash, they pay taxes on it. But however, okay, if they buy it on the X day or after, they pay a lower price because remember on the X day the price drops by the dividend, so you're paying 15 cents less in this case, and it's not taxable. Okay. I don't think there's a difference. I don't think it's a difference. I have to give you the story behind it. Okay. No, I don't have a Kaplan one. I have an STC on my on that practice exam playlist. I have the call form for the essay was fun. That was good. I have a STC one. I have 2 achievables. I don't do Kaplan. I don't work with them, so they probably won't let me use it. I mean, do they really give a shit? Who the fuck cares? So you have so many questions. You do it out there. There's only one person that actually give a shit if I did it, but it doesn't matter. I know. It's so funny. It blinded me too, but it was fun to do. Kept you awake. I realized after how bad the colors were, but I wanted to make each color different, so I tried to have a little fun with it. Okay. But again, Lee, I don't do a Kaplan one. I don't love their questions. They're okay. I don't love them though. Okay, that's the problem. I don't think they suck. I think their questions are too complicated. But I think past preference worse. Okay. But yeah, so Chivo, I don't just so I have a couple. Do the STC one. There's an STC one I have on there, Leah. It's Leah. I don't know. Okay. Because usually they manage. So what is a quib? Let me get to this one. Let me get to this one first. It's an easy one. And then Muladeli, I'll help. Okay, so now a quib is an institution that manages more than $100 million. They literally I do 60. Croft, I do the yeah, you don't need sponsorship for the 65, 63, or 66. They are quibs because it's an institutional buyer that manages more than 100. Literally every bank has over $100 million. And broker-dealers, since you're sophisticated, only are 10. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. Kaplan will test you, but the problem is they try to trick you so much that you're waiting for the tricks, which is such a pain in the ass. Okay. Hope that helps, Ab. Now, back to this. So what should you apply? You should apply for one, what will help you too while you're applying is as Croft and Drew may have been said. Okay. No, they're not even close. Accredited is like an individual, like I'm accredited because I have the 7 or because my income is high enough, right? So an accredited is an individual or whatever that has 1, 2, 3 accredited, 1 million net worth, 200 salary or 300 salary if they're married, or they have the 7 or the 65 or the 82. So a quib, okay, a quib is an institution. It's always an institution that manages 100 million or more. Like they can literally do anything. Whenever you see 144A, think quib. Now back to this. So Muladeli. Okay, now I'm going to pull you Mullah, if that's okay, or MM for Muladeli Merdani. Okay, now I can't tell if that's Indian or Italian. Okay, so now I think if you try to get a job at like in a wealth management firm, but here's the thing. So like if you try to become like a financial advisor, like you work at like Schwab or Edward Jones, or they'll sponsor you. If you go to Edward Jones or Schwab and you get a job there at Fidelity, for the most part, they'll sponsor you. Most of the jobs now they're hiring for are sponsored jobs. Okay. Now, what would help your thing? That great for the SIE. It's awesome. Okay. Get the 63. I mean, the best one is to get the 66. Then it covers everything, right? But if you want to get one test out of the way, get the 63. Then you can take the 65 on your own. You do not need sponsorship for the 63. Well, let's go. You do not need sponsorship for the SIE, the 63, or the 65. Okay. So I would go to the Morgan Stanleys, UBSs. Your best bet is Edward Jones because they're hiring like crazy. Okay. I know. I like Notman. I'm not going to shit. I do like them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right, Nick. Fidelity pays you. A lot of these places. Look, nothing against. Like you saw I hope you saw my video. The New York Lifes and the Primaricas are fine, but they don't pay you. You have a lot more upside, but they don't pay you while you're studying. And remember, and they don't pay you until you get your own clients. Okay, right? Morgan Stanley pays you. So here's the deal. So let's go through this. Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, Morgan Stanley, Schwab again, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, UBS, RBC, RBS, all will absolutely pay you while you're studying. And Chase, which is under JP Morgan, you're right. New York Life, Primerica, Northwestern will not. Right. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? That's why I did that video, right? Because if you're paying you, there's a lot more pressure to pass. Where Primerica, yeah, I know they're hiring. They always hire. LPL too, right? Does LPL pay or no? Right. Sometimes they give you another shot. So if you go to the places where they don't pay, then you get multiple chances because what the fuck do they care, right? But if you go to a place that pays you, they're expecting you to study, and they're paying you with 50, 60, 80 grand a year to study. But I'm telling you, if anyone applying for a job, please try to get the 66 out of the way before. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's good to know. So LPL pays too. Try to get the 66 before you start, because one, that shows them that you can pass the damn test. Two, then you're down to one test to 7. And if you can pass the 66, you better be able to pass the 7. Okay. Where was it? There was somebody else said something. Look, I do like Notman. Okay. I do like Notman a lot. Okay. I just think there's some of their questions are a little too tricky, and they use Kaplan for a lot of their stuff. Okay. I think did I get everything? Yeah, that's it. Again, the problem is, oh yeah, so hold on. So Croft, it doesn't matter which one you do, right? Okay. If you have the 63 already, then you can take either one. If you don't have either, just get the 66. Like if you don't have the 63 yet, just get the 66 and get it over with. Easiest stuff. Okay. Literally very little. So the 65 is 140 questions, so it's longer, but it has more series 7 stuff on it. So literally the 66 is an alternative for the 63 and 65 combo, but you have to have the 7 really to make it worthwhile. You don't have to take the 7 first. It's a co-requisite, okay? But there you go, Nick. It's amazing, right? They do a great job. So now let me get to that in a second. I want to address that. So now, if the 65 has a lot more 7 overlap. So I say if you just took the 7, you might do better on the 65 than the 66. The reason a lot of people think the 65 is harder, because it's a standalone exam. Okay. Boom. I love it. That's awesome. Okay. I promise you it's not going to be that bad, Leah. You'll be amazed at how easy. If you buy into my system, you'll be amazed at how fucking easy it is. Okay. So the reason a lot of people think the 65 is harder is because you're walking into it not taking other exams. Okay. But if you take the 7, the 65 is pretty fucking not easy, but 30% of the test is shit you just learned. Okay. But it's longer. You have less regs. You have more investment vehicle stuff. There's a lot more overlap from the 7. Like anyone who took the 65 months after taking the 7, they go, I should have taken that first. Okay. But the 66 is a shorter exam. I don't think it's easier. I think they're all the same. Okay. So yeah. So Nick, that's awesome, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, Past Perfect drives people nuts. They absolutely do. Past Perfect takes you farther along. So yeah. So Croft, I hope I didn't help you that much, but if you don't have anything, if you don't have anything, you get the 65 and work somewhere. Okay. But if you're going to get the 7 or you have it already, get the 66, because then it's one shot. And God forbid you miss, you can always take the 63, 65 combo. Because the 63 is all regs, and it's definitely easier than the 66 version of the regs. Okay. Yeah, I know that a lot of these people have sorry, is it really? I'm trying to look at the picture so bad. Well, it's Asian. Can I go with that? Okay. I'm kidding. That's awesome. Okay. Is that really? I don't know much about. I think they pay. I'm not sure if they do. That is, by the way, that is not what I would think of as a Chinese name. Fair. I mean, I learn something new every day. That's the other reason I like doing this, because I see a lot of different people. I love seeing different type of people come on here and who's touching this. Okay. Okay. Fidelity pays, but they put pressure on you if you have to pass within a certain amount of time. Chase, I think they do the same thing. Yeah, that's the thing. If you go to a place that pays you, then you probably only have 1 or 2 chances. If you go to a place that doesn't pay, you get more room. Okay. By the way, I wasn't doubting that you're Chinese. I'm just it's shock the way it's said. Okay. Okay. Um, that'd be weird if I said I didn't believe you, right? Okay. Hold on. I'm going blind. Okay. It's karma. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you. Here's the thing. Here's the one thing about Fidelity. Okay. They don't pay a ton, but nobody leaves. Everyone likes it there. That's the thing. I don't know anyone. I mean, maybe people leave because they want to make a lot more money, but I don't see people leaving because they're not happy. Got it. Right. So there you go. So then they start paying you. That's interesting. So that's why you try to get as much as you can done before you start. So that time is short. So that's equitable. Look, equitable, I think, is the old AXA. So yeah, they don't pay anything. Do they pay a salary, or are they saying they pay you based on commissions? Because that's the thing. So I think equitable is the old AXA. So AXA, I don't know if AXA, they may pay a salary. Maybe they pay a draw, and then it's for a little bit. I don't know what they do. But definitely New York Life and Primerica and Northwestern do not pay anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get to. I promise. I'm not gonna go. I will not leave it. You're literally it's there, and then you're the next one. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you. I am telling you. I know everyone I know there. The only reason they leave is because they can get a big bump in pay. It's great. They don't expect you to sell stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, so let's talk about this for a second. So this is what it is. A C corporation is literally a tax-paying entity, meaning that they pay their own taxes. Limited partnerships, S corps, and LLCs. This won't be really on the SIE, but it's good to know when you do the other stuff. Um, LLCs, limited partnerships, and S corps. All of the income passes through, meaning every penny other than expenses goes to the investors. The actual corporation doesn't hold on to the money. Oh, I think everyone loves Edward Jones too. Yeah, trust me, I am not shitting. I love guys know I love Edward Jones. So it's not. I'm not shitting on them, but I'm just saying there's some good firms. Edward Jones pays, and they pay, and people like it. People love it. Okay. Um. So, but the C corp actually pays taxes. So, if a C corporation, which is what's a C corp? Got it. Yeah, Louis. There you go. That's a lot higher. Okay. S corp, LLC, and limited any kind of partnership. LLC, S corp, and partnerships all pass through, which means the actual entity doesn't hold on to the money. It goes right to the partners. They pay their expenses and pass it through. So then the partners and the members pay the taxes, not the corporation. But in a C corp, the money comes in, it's captured there. They pay taxes. And then if they decide to distribute anything in dividends, you pay taxes again. So the problem with C corps are they're double taxed. But here's the thing: why do you do C corps? The best way to raise a lot of money. Okay. Every company you've ever heard of is probably a C corp. I doubt that there's a company you've heard of that isn't, other than my great company. But it's an LLC. So that's the thing. Okay. Remember something. Pretty much every public company is a C corporation. Okay. Just it is what it is because they can list an unlimited number of shares. It's the best way to raise money. But again, it pays taxes. Okay. No, REITs are like mutual funds. They pass through 90% of their income. I don't know if they're not C corps. They're just set up a different way. They're a trust, really, right? So a trust. So they pass through 90% of their income. They keep that. So what they do of the 90% they pass through, they don't pay taxes on. They only pay tax on the 10 they don't pass through. C corps can't do that. Even if they pass through 90% of their income, they're still paying taxes on it before it distributes. But that's really just what they a regulated REIT or mutual fund. The rule is that if they pass through 90%, they don't have to. They only have to pay tax on what they don't pass through. Okay. Ooh, we went long. I thought we were gonna. I thought it was so slow in the beginning. It's amazing. Thursdays is very weird. It starts off very slow, and I'm at the end. I think I'm gonna run out, and then boom, it blows up. I love it. Okay. I love this. I got you done on that. I think that works. So remember, mutual funds and REITs pass through 90% of their income. Okay. I think that boom. I think it's good. Okay, everyone who's taking the test tomorrow, why the fuck are you still on here? You need to get off. Anyone taking it beyond Friday, you should not do any tests tomorrow. Don't do tests the day before. Happy New Year. I will see you tomorrow. Anyone remember my Zoom class is tomorrow. I do that. It's not really for the SIE. If you're doing the SIE, save your money. Everything I offer for you guys is free. If you're taking the 7, you join the $24 or the $50 one. If you're thank you, Leah. I appreciate it. If you're just taking the 65, 63, or 66, just do the $25 membership, and I'll see you at 6 p.m. Eastern. Again, if you're taking the SIE, save your fucking money. You don't need to pay me. Everything I got for you is free. Okay, everyone. Let's see if we can do this right. Boom. Hold on. Ooh, let me do this. See you tomorrow. Where's my stupid thing? Okay. I am leaving, and on this note, adios.